Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Hunter Reisman.
And I'm Grace Richer. We've got some great stories to kick off the new year. Hunter, why don't you tell us about the new face of the science department?
Aye, aye, Captain. Andrew Childers, the new science teacher at Elgin Public Schools, saw an opportunity and jumped at it. When a science position opened up last spring, he didn't hesitate to apply.
For the last couple of years, I've actually really wanted to get back into teaching. This opportunity presented itself and I jumped at it to come back home.
Childers is a Pope John graduate. He graduated from UNL and majored in forensic science with an emphasis on crime scene investigation. His previous occupation was in Norfolk, working as a facilities maintenance specialist for the State Patrol. Childers is currently enrolled in a post-baccalaureate transitional certification program through UNK. The program is designed for those who already have a bachelor's degree and want to become teachers.
Frankly, it would have not been financially possible to actually go back to school, so this transitional program really helps me out.
Childers has enjoyed building relationships and seeing students interact with each other.
I think actually just building relationships with the kids. Learning, I mean, the first week, it's learning the names, and then the next week it's learning about them, and then the next week it might be learning about their family, and then just seeing how they interact with, how the students interact with each other. Throughout the school day, in class, out of class, it's been fun.
In Childers' opinion, all classes are fun to teach. However, integrated science stands out the most.
Honestly, all of them are fun because it's a learning experience for me. As far as this part of the school year, integrated science has allowed me to do a little bit more outside of classwork. So I suppose just seeing the kids have fun is probably the most important thing. So as of right now, that class is having the most fun. So I guess I'm having the most fun in that class.
Principal Greg Wemhoff feels that EPS is lucky to have Childers.
Well, to be honest with you, there's a huge shortage of science teachers in the state of Nebraska. I think when we hired him, there were 42 openings in the state of Nebraska alone. There is a shortage, but he really was the right man for the job, and he's excited to be here, and we're excited to have him.
Wemhoff believes Childers has several admirable qualities.
I think he's going to be a true professional. I know he's early in this, he's in a transitional degree from UNK and working on getting his transitional degree. But he's a hard worker. I think he's going to be loyal to Elgin Public School, and he's excited to be here. And he'll do a great job for our kids.
In his opinion, Childers has already contributed to EPS as a whole.
Him alone being here, being excited to be here, caring about the kids, being able to talk to kids, having a good rapport with the kids, and just working hard. I think he's well prepared for class every day, and it's going to give our kids a great experience in our science department.
EPS students Adam Drager and Norman Grothy both believe Childers is a humorous teacher and knows his material.
Well, he's a really funny guy, and he seems pretty relaxed, and he knows what he's talking about.
Mr. Childers, he's funny. He teaches notes very well.
Welcome to EPS, Mr. Childers. We're glad to have you.
You know, Hunter, Mr. Childers isn't the only new face at EPS.
That's right. We've got some new students as well.
Here's Olivia Lindgren to introduce us to some new faces at EPS.
Elgin Public Schools has some new faces in the halls these days. 3 new secondary level students are in their midst. All 3 are in different grades.
The seniors welcomed Grace Richer to the group this summer on the annual class trip. Aubrey Bramond was accepted right into the sophomore class in late August. At the beginning of September, the 7th graders gained Gage Thiessen.
Richard and Thiessen both came from Clearwater, while Bramond came from Tennessee. All three like their classmates, although both Richard and Thiessen knew many of them before coming to EPS. Richard is the daughter of EPS guidance counselor Sonia Richard. The senior also played softball in Elgin for a few summers. Thiessen was part of the Clearwater Elgin baseball team this year, so he was familiar with many of his fellow students.
Yeah, I knew my whole class of 7th grade.
All seem to be enjoying EPS. Brabin likes the small numbers.
Not as many people.
Thiessen enjoys his schedule.
My favorite class is all of them because they're really cool.
Richard also feels comfortable with her instructors.
They're great. I get along with a lot of them.
The students seem to enjoy the ins and outs of EPS, but Richard is most excited about the activities.
Of course, I'm excited for the sports like volleyball and basketball, but I'm really excited for one act and speech.
EPS welcomes you with open arms, and we're glad that you are here.
You know, Grace, we're both members of the One Act team.
I know. I'll bet a lot of people don't know that much about it.
How about you tell everyone what we've been up to?
The Elgin Public School One Act Squad is back on the stage preparing for this year's play, Squad Goals. The talented group of kids are led by head coach Amy Klein and assistant coach Carrie Drucke. Klein has the confidence that this year's squad will excel.
Last year we placed 3rd at districts, and this year I think we have a really strong cast, strong play, so I'd like to see us do a little bit better than that.
Drucke's main goal for the season is to entertain.
Just want to entertain. We just feel like if the kids are having fun, it makes those early morning practices and late night practices a whole lot more fun.
With the addition of 8th graders to the crew and incoming freshmen, the team has many newcomers. Veteran cast member Kira Widger is excited to witness the newbies.
I'm really looking forward to seeing those newer people really get out of their box and just have fun with what they're doing and have fun on stage.
Jessica Getzfred is one of those incoming actresses, and she's excited for the season to start.
Just competing and stuff.
The team's first public performance will be November 11th at 7 p.m. NBC will be held at EPS this year, November 13th. The school's matinee will be November 21st at 12:30, and districts November 27th in Columbus. And now, here's a public service announcement from the staff at W-EPS.
changes here at EPS.
Yes, there have.
Let's let Mary Nichols tell us all about it.
There are many new changes that have occurred at EPS this year. Some of those changes include a library makeover, new security precautions, and a new practice track. Librarian Carrie Druke was excited about the library's new look. According to Druke, she and Polk were responsible.
Well, actually last year, Mr. Polk requested that we get some new furniture because this was going to be kind of a meeting area for the Teammates program. And so while we were getting new furniture, I said, boy, it would sure be nice to paint the paneling. Well, they ran out of time last year, so then they redid it this summer.
Druke was not the only one excited about these new changes. 8th grader and avid reader Brittany Headley enjoys the library's new appearance.
I like it. Makes the library look more active.
Polk was also a key role player in the new security precautions. Fences with coded gates and doors that require codes are new at EPS. The buildings have also been numbered in order to assist emergency personnel. Polk and other faculty members feel that these new security precautions are extremely necessary.
Well, there's been a lot of violence nationwide against schools, and the more the violence occurs, the more it starts to become closer and closer to home. And even though we're in rural Nebraska, we need to protect our students. So we visited with the board and decided that maybe we needed to tighten things up a little bit just because of the times we're living in. We have an open campus, and ours with our 4 buildings on 2 blocks, is really tough to supervise as far as who's around the kids and who's in buildings. And with the times they are these days, we just thought that we really needed to get more secure.
Secretary Paula Jensen is now responsible for buzzing visitors into the school. Even with the additional responsibilities, Jensen believes that these security precautions were necessary.
I know it's been a hassle for people coming to our school, but at the same time it is safer. It's harder for the students to be walking clear around the building to come in, and it's hard for the parents to stop, pick up, or drop something off to their kids, but yet at the same time it's for the safety of the kids.
This summer, a new practice track was also installed at EPS. This track will allow the students to train more efficiently. Now they will train on asphalt, which is what they normally compete on. Activities director and PE teacher Michael Becker feels that the new practice track has many benefits for the students.
Safety would be the first one, preventing kids from being out on the streets and not being supervised, and if something were to happen, a coach or a teacher wouldn't know about it. So the safety would be the first real benefit, and then I think the ability of the kids to learn how to use lanes and learn how to use the exchange zones and where the start and finish lines are will all be real beneficial as well.
Senior Kaylee Martinson believes that the track will allow them to be ready for the meets.
I think it's a good benefit for the track team to have this year so we can prepare for meets better instead of running on gravel, and it'll get us prepared for meets better.
Hey Grace.
Hey, what?
Let's find out what's going on in the world of Wolfpack sports.
Fall means the leaves are changing colors. It also means that the football and volleyball team are in full swing. The football team has been competing hard on the field this season. Coach Randy Eisenhower feels it has been a challenging season.
Take out one game, I thought the kids have done well. Started to get the W with that first game of the year has helped us. The kids keep battling.
Eisenhower identified some strengths and weaknesses of his team.
No, we only have 14 kids. Right now we're down to 12. But I'd have to say just their attitudes towards everything we do. They come with a positive attitude majority of the days and are ready to get better. Big weakness, like I said, is numbers. Tough, when you start with 14 kids and now you're down to, like I said, 12. But we got to bring it every day and see what happens.
The coach hopes he leaves an impression on his players.
I think a lot of kids go out of my programs. It doesn't matter, football, basketball, used to be golf, with many different feelings. I think the kids see me as a person that's going to try to get the best out of all of them. Sometimes it is tough on kids, and kids realize that it's not going to be easy. So I hope when kids get done, they realize that I've pushed them to do the best that they can.
Freshman Norman Grothy feels as if football was intimidating at first.
It kind of got me nervous because like I've never done like a high school game before where the kids are like a lot bigger than like in junior high. After having the first play done with though, it was actually pretty good.
Grothy feels that the upperclassmen serve as role models.
If I had to pick one person, I would probably pick Hunter Eastman because he like keeps us going because he just keeps us like more inspiration, or he gives us like inspiration like during halftime and before the game.
Football takes a lot of physicality, and when it comes to junior Adam Dreger, he has a favorite drill.
I really like board drills because they pretty much just teach us how to be physical, and it's just a good drill to do to just be physical.
Volleyball team has also been competing well. The team is over midway through their season. Head coach Tina Tilblecker has seen some good things out of her players this season.
Family bond, the unity of the girls. It's hard to play volleyball with much drama, and we don't have that on the team. Just this past weekend, I saw 8 of the girls together hanging out, going to a movie and out for supper. I mean, that bond will last forever.
Senior Allie Wimhoff enjoys working with her teammates.
We just hang out in the locker room, dance, sing, just enjoy each other's company before the game, get hyped up.
Sophomore Theana Dunn feels as if the season is going pretty well.
I think it's going good for all the girls, C team, JV, and varsity. We've done a lot of good things, and there's not a lot of bad that we have to.
Dunn feels that many people don't understand how challenging the sport is.
No, I would not consider it easy. Many people think it is, but there's a lot to it.
Keep working hard, Wolfpack, and best of luck as you continue your seasons.
That's it for episode 1.
We hope you enjoyed our first broadcast of many this season.
Thanks for joining us.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
W-EPS The Beak.
On air.
In print.
In the know.
I didn't even record yet.